Okay, level 8, sequence and record the advanced drum part. So the drum machine, I did say last time how I didn't want people using it. Another of the reasons I didn't want people using it is that it limits you. And the drum beat in the actual version of auto mode, especially if you listen to the hi-hats, are quite intricate. So in order to achieve those hi-hats, we need to record our drum parts separately. So what I'm going to do now is just go through recording each of the drum parts one by one, and I will probably just sequence them in. So I want to create an 808 kick, and you saw I just muted that old drum machine part, don't need that anymore. So first the kick, I'm going to add an instrument, I'm going to call it kick. Did I spell it right? Nope. There we go. Go to instrument, I want the 808 drum kit. So I think I'm going to go to drum pads. I choose 808. And I'm going to sequence this part. So I'm not going to record it. I could record it, or I could sequence it. And actually, in fact, if you've done the bass line already, and I said in the bass video that the kick follows the bass line. So actually what you can do is just copy the bass and then put it in the kick channel. Right, that's not quite lined up, has it? And then I want all those notes. Oh no, that's not gonna work. You know what, okay, ignore what I just said. That's not gonna quite work. I'm just gonna sequence it in. So I'm gonna right click, create a region. So this is all tricky with one hand. There you go. Double click to get a MIDI editor, and I want my kick, which is here, and my pencil tool. I'm just going to put the parts in. So I'm going to have a kick here, there, then 1, 2, 3. Right. No, this is going to be on beat 2.5. So this is beat 2.5. That's beat 2, beat 2.5. And then beat 3.5. And then beat 4 and a bit. And is that on beat? Yeah, beat 1. Bar 10 is next bar, beat 1. Okay, so let's hear that so far. Yep, so that's all in time with the bass. That was tight with the bass. Let's do the rest of it. Let's beat 2.5, 2.5. Beat 3. No, beat 3.5. Delete that. 3.5. And then those are off beats like that. There we go. Okay, so we can hear that kick is tight with the bass, and that's where you can check that you've sequenced it right. Perfect. Okay, what's next? And this is just about zooming in. So if I zoomed in, I've got more vertical grey lines, which will make it easier. Claps. So claps are just on beat 2 and 4. It's the same kit. So as I did before, I'm going to save time by duplicating the track. Claps. And then I'm going to delete the notes. I'm going to zoom out as well because I just want beats 2 and 4, so this should just make it easier. There's my claps, so beats 2 and 4 and 2. and 4. And I think that's it. Okay, collapse is done. What's the next? Snare. Okay, again 808 kick, and it's got some of those offbeat notes as well. So save time, duplicate, call it what it is. Snare, double click, delete all those. Right, so let's see. Where is my snare? This one. So beat 2. And then I want one in between. So I'm going to have to zoom in for this. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to put in the 2s and the 4s. And then I'm going to zoom in to add in those extra ones. So let's see. First one needs to be after the 3. Yeah, after the 3. So there's my 3, so this is the one after. And the next one is after the 2.5. So 2.5. So this one. And then the other side of that, which is there, I believe. Let's have a listen. Yeah, that's right. So you see here where the notes are in between. So that's 2, beat 2, that's beat 2.5. So this is in between beat 2.5. So when you zoomed in on this one, there was beat 2, that's beat 3. So this is beat 2.5. So this is halfway between beat 2.5 and 3. Okay, so you're zooming in so you get that extra little grey line to get the accuracy. And that's what I mean about you couldn't do that on the well, you'll see what I mean when you can't. You can do that on the drum machine, but the next one you can't. The next one I believe is the hi-hats. Hi-hats part 1 is straightforward. It's the one as before. It's just quavers, semi-quavers. And again 808 kit, so I'm gonna just duplicate it. Call it what it is. Double click, delete these notes, and then find my hi-hat. And you see I've asked you to skip out the 4th one, and that'll make sense when you hear the last part of the hi-hats. So I want these to be 1 E and A, so 4 squares per bar. So I need to zoom in a bit more. So on every square, skip out the 4th one. And you could probably like copy and paste to save a bit of time. But sometimes the easiest method isn't necessarily the quickest. And I've only got one hand. So I'm just gonna do this. Wait, hold on. That's only 1 bar. I've done more than 1 bar. I didn't need to do all that. So the hi-hat, make a mental note to yourself, is just 1 bar. Okay. 1 bar. So that's the first hi-hat, 1 bar. Second hi-hat, this is more tricky. Okay, I've got open hi-hat and close hi-hat. So duplicate the track. And I mean, I'm gonna call this hi-hat effects because later on for level 9 you're gonna add effects. But you could just call it hi-hats too. Now, oh, you'll see because I've been duplicating, these are all called kick, kick, kick. So you can go through and change those to whatever they are. Okay, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so I'll go in, and as before, I can delete the notes. So I want an open hi-hat in between beat 1 and 2. I want an open hi-hat. So beat 1, beat 2, halfway through, I want an open hi-hat there. Now here, I want, so halfway between 2 and 3, I want to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to have 4 little ones, okay, and then 1 at the end. So between 2 and 2 and 3. Did I say 2 and 4? 2 and 3. Okay. So this is how we get the intricate hi-hat sound. So between 2 and 3. I want more. So here I'm gonna, no, I don't want that, that's in the way. I want to shorten this. Okay, again, one hand is a bit tricky. If you've got like a handheld mouse, it's gonna be a lot easier for you. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in some more. As much as it will let me. Where's my notes? And I want 4 notes. Okay, so Control C, V, V. And because it's so quick, I actually find it doesn't matter if it's a bit off. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You see these aren't perfectly evenly spaced. And basically this is the sound you get by doing that. So did you hear that? See that cool little quick hi-hat sound? And then we want it again. It's the same thing, but I added 5 that time. I'm pretty sure I actually listened and worked it out, so I think it is supposed to be 5 that time. So I'm gonna go to halfway between beat 4 and the end. And let's try doing a bit of copy and paste as well to save time. So beat 4 and the end, so here. And then I wanna add another of these notes. So I'm gonna Control C. I'm gonna move, oh no. So I don't think it lets you move them. So it might be easier to just delete so that you can respace them. And the playhead is how you're gonna kind of get the notes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's hear how that goes. Okay, I don't really hear much difference between the 4 and the 5. Maybe I just did it that way, who knows. But anyway, that gets you closer to the kind of, the original beat. Okay, the drum machine cannot get you this close. I'm gonna copy those, Control C to copy, move the playhead to bar 6 and paste. And now we have our bass. Level 8.